set up Rain Peninsula Beach Care about 3 years ago. I'd been living in Spain for years before then. I grew up here locally and came back with my children, and I just really was quite shocked at the difference in the beaches now to what I remembered as a child when I used to play with sea glass and shells and pieces of driftwood. Suddenly I found my kids were playing with plastic, and I just thought there's something terribly, terribly wrong here. And really just it grew from that, with a few friends starting to try to clean the beaches, realising we needed a lot more people involved, and setting up a group which we now do monthly beach cleans, and we have dozens of really great local volunteers who come out and help. So we do approximately 1 beach clean a month with the local community and different groups, schools, clubs, pensioners, all sorts of different groups come out to help. But then of course we're left with the plastic that we've picked up. We remove something like 700 to 800 sacks of plastic from our local beaches, which is just a 4-mile stretch of beach really every year. And unfortunately, you know, a lot of that stuff can't be recycled, so it's really can only go to landfill. So we try to save as much of it as we can. We have a store actually on a local farm where we've got the stuff that we've sorted and categorised and cleaned, and we have some amazing, very talented local artists around here who work with this stuff to create sculptures and other artworks which we get into public venues to try and raise awareness more about this problem, because of course not everybody gets down to the beach and not everybody's going to find out. But I think nearly everybody, when they know about this, is shocked, and they don't want to be part of the problem, and they want to do everything they can to try and minimise it. So we're very pleased to have been asked, on the basis of some of the work we've done in the past, to make these awards for the Blue Marine Foundation Ocean Awards, which are going to be given out in London in January. They're going to be really like sort of the Marine Conservation Oscars. So they are the same size as an Oscar, but we're building them out of marine debris, all sorts of different things. Every artist's interpreting their award in a different way, and they're all very personal and very carefully tailored to the specific winner in the category, so they will be very meaningful to them. And I think they're going to be something completely unique. Nobody will ever have had an award like this before.
My name is Francesca Bennett. I've been an artist for probably 30 odd years, although I've never been a craftsperson, so I've never made a trophy before. My friend Claire Wallerstein, who is an instigator of the Rain Peninsula Beach Care group, approached me and asked if I wanted to take part in making the trophies for these prestigious awards, and my initial response was no, not really, because I'm a painter, and normally I paint in oils. Usually it used to be landscapes, now it's more still lives, and it's out of my comfort zone slightly to actually be making something out of my head or with physical things rather than paint. To go to the store and to see the way everything has been so meticulously organised by the group, in colour coordinated jars and big containers of toys, small containers of Lego, all sorts of things. You would never believe you can pick them all up off the beach. Cutlery, shocking, but also inspirational to see what you could make out of those things and how each thing lended itself to becoming something else in your imagination or even physically. It was a real treat actually to be asked to make something. I loved every minute of it. So these are the two awards that I've made, and this one is for Pharrell Williams. And he's been nominated for this award because he has an involvement in a new company, and the company takes marine debris, mostly plastic, out of the sea, and as far as I know they create what they're calling a bionic yarn, which is like a material that they can weave into fabric and make denim and other materials and designer clothes, all sorts of things that are going to be really hard wearing because they have this plastic in them. In some ways it's being ecological twice, so they're clearing the sea of plastic, but they're also making really hard wearing material, and so very rightly he's been nominated and has won this award. It was just a pleasure to make from the beginning. So I was thinking along the lines all the time of, because it being marine debris, I was thinking of Neptune and the sea and all the mess in the sea really, and how Neptune would feel about it, I suppose. And when I did a bit of research on Pharrell Williams, finding he was part of a duo called the Neptunes just made my day really. This is the other award, and this is for Rob Ruiz, who's a Californian sushi chef, internationally award-winning chef, and he's been really instrumental in a new way of looking at gill net fishing, which has been a terrible destruction of specifically I think it's called a vaquita porpoise, Mexican, very small porpoise. And he's also invented this QR code, which is an edible QR code. He makes it out of rice paper, and it's on his sushi so that the person eating his fish can locate immediately the sustainability of that fish and see where it came from and that it's ethical basically. And it stops fish fraud as well.
Hi, it's Chef Rob Ruiz here, and I just wanted to say thank you to Miss Francesca for my beautiful award. I really appreciate the work and detail that went into it, all the sushi, the QR code. It's a big honor for me, and I just wanted to take the time to thank the Blue Marine Foundation, Boat International, and everyone there who nominated me for this Chef Restaurateur of the Year award. I still can't believe it, and hopefully there'll be more and more things to come. So thank you very much.
The marine plastic problem really is something very, very serious. You know, it's not just that it's making our beaches look horrible. Plastic has only been around for about 60 years in a big way, but we have completely polluted the sea with it now. It's found down at the bottom of deep ocean chasms, floating on the surface, locked in Arctic ice, and it's really having a terrible effect. The United Nations estimates that 1 million seabirds and about 100,000 whales, dolphins, seals and turtles are killed by this each year. And it's not just something that's happening off on the other side of the world, it's right here in Cornwall. Even though it can seem like an overwhelming problem, every piece that we can pick up off the beach is one less piece out there in the environment causing harm. Also, it's about our personal conduct and what we use and what we do in our daily lives, because ultimately all of this stuff is coming from us. It's our daily consumer, throwaway, disposable lifestyle. Simple things like using a refillable plastic bottle instead of throwing away a disposable one, not using plastic bags. Thinking about things like plastic toothbrushes and plastic cutlery and straws. You know, there are eco-friendly alternatives to all of these which don't involve making and throwing away plastic, which is something which will take forever to break down.
you.